Episode 2. Welcome, fellow Airheads. Hope y'all tune in for this one. We're going to try to, improve gradually. I think this one's going to be a little bit better than episode 1. But we're going to keep leveling up to this shit. So, I'm Cole Lockley, and to my left, I got Luke, the buzzsaw, y'all know it, Besney. And to my right, I got Kyle, Ray-Ban Brophy. Might be gas station sunglasses next week, but to be determined.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
We don't know. Yeah, we don't really know. But yeah, today's episode, we're going to be going heavy on the NBA. Not really any NFL this episode. We're going to go over the current state of Mavs Warriors, Heat Celtics. We're going to talk about some potential legacies of players like Steph, Tatum, Jimmy Butler. And then we're going to dive deep into some potential trade options for various players. Some pretty exciting takes here. And beyond that, we're going to look into Luke's got a juicy top 10 point guard power ranking.
Juicy as fuck.
Very juicy. And then we're going to look at some current finals MVP odds and the winners. And then we got a few more. We're going to have a $15 budget. Y'all have probably seen it on Instagram, Twitter. They're always fun. We're going to kind of dabble with that. And then last but not least, we thought it'd be cool is to make our starting 5 plus 6 man NBA analyst NBA lineup. All right. Well, let's hop right into it. So first thing first, Mavs Warriors. Mavs got to win. Let's go 3-1 now,
Game
right?
5 tonight.
Game 5. Maybe we can get something. But yeah, no teams ever came back down 3-0. Threes made it to Game 7.
No teams ever
I
had
think
Luka.
11 have made it to Game 6. Raptors just did. Yeah, no team has Luka. But I think we're fucked. What do y'all
Hot
think?
take. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not really feeling that great about it. I think we're going to lose tonight, if I had to guess, unfortunately. I mean, the Warriors at home in the playoffs are 8-0 with a plus 121 point differential this playoffs and an average margin of victory of 15 points. And the Mavericks, besides the Game 7 win, I'm excluding that because that was an aberration.
That's a big word right there.
Oh, yeah, look at that. I went to school. Didn't graduate. The Mavs are 2-6 with a minus 84 point differential on the road this year in the playoffs.
Stack guy.
So what?
Not great.
All right,
Not
Luke,
great.
where's the hope of optimism? Fill up my
If
glass.
we can
halfway
win
here.
Game 5,
That'd be massive.
which if I had to bet actual money, I'd bet on the Warriors for
Yeah.
Game 5. But if we could actually
What
win
if you got
Game
Monopoly
5,
money though?
Oh, Monopoly money all on the Mavs.
Throw a few
100%.
500s on it.
I'll put everything.
Put the house.
Put Boardwalk, whatever the hell it's called, put it all on it.
Yeah.
We're gonna win the whole
If
damn
we can
thing.
win Game 5, we go home for Game 6. We're a different team at home. We take Game 6. We roll in 3 straight games into Game 7
and
in
then
Oracle.
we win the whole fucking thing.
I mean, right?
I see it. No,
Right?
I wish I did see it. But what was it? A few years ago, no 16 ever beat a 1. Virginia goes
Yeah.
down. I mean, it's got to happen at some point, right? And if you got
Yeah.
Luka Doncic, you never fucking know. It could fucking happen. So,
It could. It starts tonight.
could.
If we pull it out tonight, then it gets interesting. We go
Yeah.
home for Game 6, where it's probably like a pick'em. We win Game 6, and then it's Game 7. Granted, we probably lose tonight, but
Well, it's weird. Like I was looking up like the Mavs 3-point percentage on the road. I saw how bad their record was and their point differential. The Mavs still shoot like 37-38% from 3 on the road. So they still make threes. It's because obviously that's how we're going to win games. But it's just we can't play defense.
I feel
apparently.
like you can tell a lot of the role players as these playoffs have gotten a lot more comfortable playing outside of AAC. I mean, the Jazz series at first few Sun games on the road, they all just look fucking shell shocked. I feel like now, they've been doing this, for a while now. They're kind of like settling into their role a little bit more. But the shots are going to be there. They just got to fall. I mean,
But Game 2, they were hitting them too, at least in the first half.
Yeah, we got to keep
Doing
fucking.
the
I mean, every quarter
all
says a
gas, no
third.
breaks.
Yeah, literally. No, there was a stat on Twitter, and it was like the 4 teams, like wide open threes taken between the Heat, Warriors, Celtics, Mavs, and the Mavs were like 101, and the next team was like 45. Like we've had like 101 like wide open threes in 4 games.
Jesus Christ.
And we're 3-1 looking at.
I mean, if we play like we did in Game 2, ideally we should win. But I mean, the Warriors got really hot there towards the end, and it's hard to stop them once they get going.
I don't know, man. Moses Moody's looking good. It's looking real good.
They
So-
a couple nice shots that last
He
game.
did. But beyond that, so on the Eastern side, we got Heat Celtics. I feel like everyone at this point is just saying it's a wrap. And I mean, the Heat, have some injuries right now. They're not looking good at all. I think Jimmy Butler's playing hurt right now. I mean, he's just falling off a cliff. I think y'all probably think the same Celtics are going to win it, but I don't think, like you're saying, the Heat's odds to win the finals are like plus fucking 2 grand almost. Like, is it that? Are they that out of it?
I don't know, dude. Even when
all you gotta do is win 2 games.
Literally,
like it's not like it hasn't been done before.
Game 7's gonna be at home for them.
I mean, people have won series down 3-2 before. Like,
yeah.
they
Dude,
be the
even
first.
when the Heat were up 2-1, everyone was still like, "Oh, Celtics are winning."
Yeah.
Like I feel like no one's respecting.
Well,
the
it's
Heat.
just
I've
like-
never seen like a 1 seed who are like has been up in the series at points. And they're just like, nah, they got no shot.
Well, I think
Like,
They're being very disrespectful.
I think it's because people definitely think that fucking Jimmy Butler's playing hurt. Hero's probably going to be out, which is a big part of their offense.
What happened to Hero?
He hurt his groin, I guess. But
Where in like game 4?
I have no
And then he
idea,
just, like,
honestly.
really?
I mean, but I heard a stat. The last 2 games, the starting backcourt for the Heat, Kyle Lowry and Max Strus,
yeah, 0-15.
Lowry's
1
dog
of
shit.
28 in the last 2 games.
Oh god, I saw the game 5 and they were 0-15.
Well, they shot
Jesus Christ.
They shot 7 of 45 from 3 last night.
Yeah, I saw it was like 33 from the total field.
It was
Well,
not burning.
last night it was a close game.
It
Like
wasn't.
halftime,
and-
it was like a 2-point
It was a
game.
dogfight.
They rolled into the third quarter. I remember me and Duncan were downstairs watching TV, and like literally, like I checked, and it's like, oh, it's a 3-point game going into the fourth, and like 7 minutes left in the fourth, it was like a 20-point game.
Yeah.
So they just blew it open like that.
They hit a
fucking
couple
sucks, too,
threes, and that was
Because
it.
if Miami was healthy, if they had Hero, I think they're gonna win. I think they would win.
Yeah, I mean Butler.
I mean, if Kyle
Butler.
Lowry and Max
Kyle
Strus gonna play that
Lowry, I'll
shitty,
say
like-
Kyle Lowry's dog shit.
he's
so washed.
He's
Yeah.
washed.
He's looking big and
You know that
fat
he's.
and
Yeah, I mean,
slow.
how much more do they owe him on that contract?
He's thicker than
How
shit.
much more do they owe him on that contract? Because he's gonna turn 37
What
next
was
year.
it? A 3-year deal, right?
Yeah, it was like
3
360 or something.
I
It was 3
mean-
for
I
60.
I mean, they're only paying him 20 in the NBA. Is not crazy, but
I mean, still.
But for
I'd rather
for
use
him,
that money
it's
elsewhere if he's gonna be looking like this come May or June almost.
Not worse than the Timothy Mozgov signing of 2016, but
Hey,
pretty
Tim,
bad.
you watch your mouth on
All right,
Timothy
to
Mozgov.
Timofey.
Yeah, thank you.
My
Good
bad.
God.
Timofey. Shout out Timofey. He got the bag. He finessed the league. But yeah, beyond that, we'll hop into it. Kind of some legacies. We'll go over Steph, Tatum, Butler. If these players happen to win the finals, my take: if the Warriors win the finals here for Steph's legacy, I think right now, people would put him in like the 12 to 15 range all time. I would have him over KD. That's an argument you can make. Oscar Robertson, Olajuwon. But I think if he wins this title, he's knocking on the door at top 10. I think it puts him right next to a guy like a Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan has 5. Curry has 4. I mean, you probably don't put him over Tim Duncan yet.
Bird has 3.
Bird has 3. But I mean,
everyone says Bird.
and you even said the other night too, Curry's going to be good, very good for at least 2 or 3 more years. And the
Warriors
and the
are gonna be
team
really
is
good
fucking
for the
stacked,
next
and they
4
even got
years, 3
an
years.
infusion of young talent to
Yeah,
where like
it's the perfect blend.
they still got 2-3 more. So I
Yeah.
mean, if he wins this year, I think he's knocking at the door at top 10. If he gets 5, if he gets 6, I don't think it's crazy to put him maybe near fucking Kobe.
I think he's bona fide top 10 if he wins and he gets Finals MVP this year. I mean,
Yeah.
like if you look at, there's like 2 different things you look at for like legacy guys. One, it's like the individual accolades, like Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain didn't.
He's got to win a Finals MVP.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. But like Wilt Chamberlain, he won, all the individual accolades, only won 2 titles, but he was a monster, so he's still like top 5, top 8, whatever. And then there's like the winning, like Duncan and Kobe, who had like 1 or 2 MVPs, but they won 5 championships. Curry has both. Curry's got MVPs, he's got scoring titles, and he's got all the championships. If he wins another one, this is his 4th. He gets the Finals MVP. He's got 2 MVPs, and he's looking at 3 more years of rolling the West. I mean, like likely. I mean, they're going to be a top 1 or 2 seed. So I think you're looking at him if he wins next. I
think he's right. He's
I'd
knocking on the
argue
door
putting him
top
over
10.
Bird. Like I know Bird's
I mean,
awesome, but Bird only won 3.
If he were to win this, he'd be probably the
And he
second best.
changed the game.
He'd be the second best point guard of all time,
Easy.
right behind Magic.
Easy. Yeah.
But I mean, so
I think he already is.
So I wrote down. So this would be Steph's accolades if he were to win this championship. So he's 34, 4 NBA championships, 2-time MVP, 8-time All-Star, All-Star Game MVP, 4-time All-NBA first team, 3-time All-NBA second team, 1-time All-NBA third team, 2-time scoring champ, and a steals leader for 1 year.
Yeah,
that's pretty fucking stacked.
And that's
that's
individual.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
And this Warriors team, if they win, they're already kind of cemented as, one of the best ever.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of
one the top
dynasties.
dynasties. Yeah.
And I mean, if they were to win this, like, this would be kind of like if they didn't win another one after this, like, this would just be a good, like, this is the end
to
of
be
it.
able to do it before KD, do it with KD, and then do it
After
KD,
yeah.
that
Well,
would be impressive.
let me ask
and
y'all
then you
this.
show, like,
If they win this year, then maybe get one more. Is this dynasty more successful, or is the Tim Duncan Spurs dynasty more successful?
Tim Duncan, that's one span for so long.
What if they get 5 though?
What do the Spurs get?
5.
5?
If they get 5 in a shorter period of time,
Yeah,
Then yes, then
and
it
who,
is.
I
and
think
who
it
says
is.
they couldn't
12.
push for 6?
Dude, I mean, the Spurs, because the Spurs went like after the Lake, they went like 05, 07, and then they won like 98. Duncan's
Yeah,
rookie
when he
year.
was a
but
young
they
guy.
went like 07 to 14. Like they
Yeah.
had a 7-year gap. So I think like you look straight dominance of like the
Yeah.
league for a shorter time. I think Warriors,
And who knows-
especially if they win this year and they win maybe not next year, but they win the next year.
I mean, it's like,
So you win 5
Yeah.
titles in 9 years, and
And-
you go to 2 others.
and it's not like they like dropped off for no reason. I mean, Clay was hurt.
Right.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the
Clay-
Bulls. It's like, oh, the Bulls, Michael's not there. So
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
Bulls
Steph,
dropped off and
Steph's,
he came back.
Steph's
and
their
they're
glue.
rolling.
He just
Bulls
he
didn't
holds
really
that-
drop
he holds
off,
that
but
bitch
that's besides the
together.
point.
Well, yeah, we don't need to get into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
Yeah, who knows? That's gonna be wild to see. But so Tatum. So kind of my take on this, Tatum's legacy. I think right now you could probably put him 8th to 12th best player in the league, somewhere around there. But I think if he wins this, people are gonna be all right. He's a top 5 player in the NBA. People jerk off Jason Tatum too. They love him. So I think if he wins the title this year, they're saying, hey, he's top 5. But for the most optimistic outlook, I mean, Tatum's young, Jaylen Brown's young. They got Robert Williams. I mean, Smart's in his prime. I mean, they have a solid fucking core. What if, I'm just saying like the most optimistic version of it, what if Tatum, I think you maybe mentioned this like a few weeks ago. You said if Marcus Smart won
Marcus Smart could
4
be a
or
Hall
5
of
titles.
Famer.
Yeah. What if
the Celtics?
what
win,
if this
yeah.
core ends up winning 3, 4, fucking 5 championships? Where was Jason Tatum going to be? I'm just talking, like over the moon. Like, what's like the best case scenario?
I mean, he'd be right up there with Bird at that
Yeah,
point.
I mean, if he wins 4 or 5 titles,
Yeah, I'll be
that-
better
that
than
means
Bird.
He probably has 3 or 4 Finals MVPs. He probably wins another MVP.
And I would say,
he's
I would
top 10.
say he's definitely. I think it's safe to say he's going to win 2.
I mean, fuck, I think they're gonna win it this year.
Yeah, I think. I mean, they almost won.
Yeah, I mean, I think they win
Yeah.
this year, and I mean, they probably won't next year, Milwaukee. But like,
Yeah.
at some point, if they keep this core together and they
Yeah.
stay fluid and they stay connected,
Yeah.
they could win. 3
And
in
that
the
that
next 10
coach they
years.
got, Ime,
He's awesome.
he's a
Yeah.
was
Well,
a hell of, the
awesome.
turnaround they had from the first half to second half is incredible. The way he
Yeah.
got them to actually play defense is insane.
Well, Jason Tatum too is only 19 years old. I fucking love those memes.
But I mean, like if he were to win right now, he'd already have a better look at than Paul Pierce did at 24. He's already they're both at 24 with 3-time All-Stars. Tatum's got a 1-time All-NBA, has 1 All-NBA first team and 1 third team. Paul Pierce had 2 third teams at 24.
No, we were talking about this, I think, yesterday or the other day. I'll ask you. We were talking about like Jason Tatum right now or Paul Pierce at any point in his career on the Celtics.
Oh, I take Tatum.
I would too.
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, I would take Tatum.
Yeah. I mean, and that's like if he wins this
Paul
year.
Pierce is just so easy to hate.
Yeah.
No disrespect to
Well,
Paul
he's such a
Pierce.
hater himself. That's
Yeah.
why.
No disrespect to Paul Pierce,
Yeah.
but
Fuck Paul Pierce. Fuck Paul Pierce.
Yeah, but it feels like Tatum's been in the league forever. So when you say he's 23 years old, you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But it's like he came in as a rookie when he was like 18 or 19, and he went to the conference finals.
I feel we said that about a lot of
We've had
players.
so much pressure on him for so
Yeah,
long.
he really
It's like,
has.
He's only 23 years old.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, bro, after he dunked on LeBron his rookie year in those playoffs,
Literally.
everyone was like, "Oh shit,
yeah,
This
it was
kid's
like,
win MVP next year.
Yeah, Celtics
This
are
kid's
gonna
win
be
the
in
finals.
conference
Yeah,
finals.
so
And
he-
shit, they were in the conference finals in the bubble
Yeah.
too.
he's got
So-
Deuce as the X factor." I mean, he can make it happen. But yeah, so Tatum, good stuff. So what about the legacy of Jimbo Butler? I mean, he was a late bloomer. He didn't really get that good until his 4th, 5th year in the league or whatever. He's never averaged more than 24 points a season, but he's a guy. He's great. I wouldn't say he's great everywhere. He's great in some departments, but he doesn't have a weakness. He's good.
You could say
3-point shot.
3-point.
He can make them, but yeah.
But
Not
he's
as of
going to
late.
score. He's going to
Not
facilitate.
as
He's
of
going to play defense. He's
Yeah.
a fucking great leader. I love Jimmy Butler. I
He's
would
a
love.
dog.
I don't think they're going to win this year, obviously, but I would love to see him win one. And so something I saw too. So ESPN had a list last year that they released, and so in their range 60 to 75 of top players of NBA all time, they had guys like Damian Lillard, Pau Gasol, Dennis Rodman in 60 to 75 range. So if Jimmy Butler wins a title this year, he's the guy, he's the alpha for that team. Is he bumped into that echelon? Or is he bumped
I would say
above
so,
that?
absolutely.
Is he top 50?
Be in that echelon.
Yeah.
So he's solidified top 50 if he wins this year.
The title?
If he wins the title,
yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I absolutely.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think he's a late bloomer, but like I think you could look at him. Now this is hypothetical. So if he wins the finals and the Finals MVP, you almost look at him like Isaiah Thomas for the Pistons, like a rough rider, an absolute dog on defense.
I have so much respect for Jimmy Butler,
and a leader of a team that doesn't have like another star. Like even Jimmy Butler, a lot of people would say Jimmy Butler's not even a superstar.
Yeah.
No.
So like many people would argue they have one star and then good pieces around him. If he actually could win the next 2 games in this series, go on to win the title.
Oh, that'd be huge for him.
I mean, you're looking at him,
dude. He's just a fucking.
I already look at him in a different light since the bubble I had.
Yeah, he went off in those bubbles.
I remember in the bubble we were sitting there like, dude, this guy's a top 5 player.
And you can just tell
he's awesome.
he wants it so bad. I feel like there's so many players in today's NBA, like fucking Karl-Anthony Towns. Like I like to call them TikTok players, to where they don't really fucking care. And that's why Jimmy Butler left that Timberwolves team. Fucking DeAndre Ayton.
So much.
But I'd fucking love to see Jimmy win one this year.
I would too. Jimmy's one of my favorite players in the league.
And it's tough too, because I mean the clock's ticking right now. But I mean next year too, they're gonna have the same roster, maybe besides Oladipo, so they're gonna be able to run it back next year. So he could have a crack at it next year if they don't win it this year, which I don't think they will.
They kind of remind me of the Warriors, that like mix of old and young. Like they've got that infusion of both styles. Like they got the young guys coming up, and they got the veteran leaders.
So does it make you think that if don't win it this year, probably won't? Do they trade someone like a Tyler Hero to win now?
I think if you
that's not a bad idea.
I think if you lose Game 6, I think if you lose,
I got a juicy bit on that too here in a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about that for the trade possibilities. But I think you're looking at you're like, this team's capped. If you lose this series, you're like, Milwaukee's back next year. The Nets are gonna have Ben Simmons. Kyrie will maybe be playing for them, and they'll be practicing. So you kind of capped out your potential with this team. It's time to go out.
And Pat Riley's proven that he swings for the fucking fences.
Yeah, Pat Riley
doesn't fuck around. Yeah, so he would be the fucking guy to do that.
Yeah.
But hopefully Jim can get that one. But beyond those legacies of Steph, Tatum, Butler, now we're gonna go into some potential trade options for some NBA superstars. First one being Donovan Mitchell. In the trade that I created for Donovan here, again, these are all hypothetical. Just if we were, the GM of this team, what we'd want to do. I would trade Donovan Mitchell to the Heat for Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, and 1 first-round pick. And my reasoning, like we just mentioned, if Miami doesn't win it all, Pat Riley's going to go all in, which we were just referring to. He's proven he's not scared. And, Robinson would be able to match the contract, too, of Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell's, the Jazz is all fucked up. I don't think the Jazz are going to trade Donovan Mitchell, but I think if they did, that would be a nice package. And if you're a team like the Heat, I mean, you get a guy like Donovan who you can put next to Jimmy, Bam, Spoelstra, have Jimmy fucking take a load off, because I feel like they're just working his ass into the ground these playoffs because they don't have that many creators. You throw Donovan in there, it's also a guy, too, for the future they can look forward to. But that's just my hypothetical piece on that.
I think the Heat are a team that you could. I think they're gonna go big game hunting.
Yeah, and who doesn't want to go to South Beach?
Oh yeah, it's Miami.
Well, yeah.
So,
I mean, I don't know how I like the fit of Donovan Mitchell and Jimmy once playoff time comes around, because playoff time is Jimmy time, as we've seen here, and it's just I mean, they both play the same style of ball, so I don't know.
Donovan Mitchell takes a lot of threes. Mitchell jacks threes.
Yes.
And his threes are all contested. I feel like if Mitchell had some of, the defense not so hyper focused on him, because I mean, we saw in the Mavs series, it's Clamp fucking Donovan. He doesn't really. I mean, he has help, but he has to be there. He has to be their Luka. You know. So if you threw a guy like Jimmy with him, I think that would.
I think Heat culture. I think the culture down there, the Spoelstra. I think it helped him a lot. I think it helped his shot selection, and he takes a ton of threes. Like Jimmy operates mid range at the basket. Donovan operates basket and 3. He doesn't really operate in the mid.
And I like the thing too is Hero's fucking 22. He's so young, you can't trade him. Probably gonna be an all-star. Well, Donovan's like 24. So
yeah, I'd be fine. I think Mitchell. I don't think Mitchell gets traded this offseason. But
again, I think
there are a lot of teams that could go after Donovan this offseason. He's a young, I wouldn't say he's a budding star because he's been here.
Yeah,
he's been an all-star. I think he's just a star. but I think you've seen his limit. So I think teams are going to look at him as like,
he's not
number
a one.
two.
He's
Who
not a
can
one.
I pair him with? Like, I have a number 1 on my team. I need to go get my number 2.
Yeah.
I mean, hypothetically, the Lakers, the Mavs, the Heat, like maybe, the Bucks. Like you could see the Bucks making
there.
like I think a lot of people would be interested if the Jazz were to make it known throughout the league. Hey, like this guy's available. I think you'd have a ton of teams knocking at that door and a ton of good teams. You'd have the Knicks and the Pistons and all that.
Yeah, they're gonna throw their cards in. But
a team I have been going to. This is just I just put a list of players I think could be included in the trade, not actual trade, but the Grizzlies. Pair him with Ja, and you could package something not with all these players, but you could trade Jaren Jackson, Dylan Brooks, Desmond Bane, Brandon Clark. They have assets they can trade that are not as valuable as Donovan Mitchell, obviously, and then maybe you throw picks on top of that, and then maybe the Cavs too. Because maybe you trade them Sexton, LeVert, Markkanen, picks on top of that. That's 2 pairings I could like, and then maybe I don't think the Thunder would be into it just because Donovan Mitchell is 26, but the Thunder obviously have the picks to do it. They can trade for just about anybody they want if someone wants to go through draft picks.
Does Donovan Mitchell have a no trade clause?
I have no idea.
I feel like he would get in his agency and be like, I'm not going to the Thunder.
Probably not. Probably
yeah,
not. But then again, if the Jazz decide to blow it up and just want to abandon ship, then I would trade the fucking Thunder. Get all those picks. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, if they can finesse it.
The Cavs and the Grizzlies are interesting.
I like the Grizzlies.
Is you just like what happened when Ja came out against the Warriors? The defense got way better. So like if you have John Donovan, like you are gonna have highlights on highlights on highlights.
Your offense is gonna be,
but your backcourt defense is gonna be.
It is gonna be bad.
Yeah, you're gonna need Dylan Brooks and
you're gonna
traded Brooks and Jackson. You got to get
and if you're giving up all those defensive pieces,
I'm not saying you're trading all those guys. I'm just saying those are some pieces you could trade.
I like that. That Cavs one's interesting. I hadn't thought of the Cavs.
Yeah.
That Cavs one is interesting because they're like a team right kind of on the cusp.
Yeah.
Like they're like borderline playoffs, young core, like who can kind of like get us into contention next season to be one of the top 6 teams.
Pairing him with Garland would be a hell of a backcourt. And then Mobley.
Yeah.
Mobley is a fucking stud too.
Mobley's untouchable. They're not going to get rid of him.
Well, obviously
he fits in the Cavs timeline too.
Yeah.
Those are 3 guys they could build around for fucking 10 plus years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. But beyond Donovan, we got his teammate, the dinosaur, Rudy Gobert. For this, so the trade I proposed here is Rudy Gobert to the Warriors for James Wiseman, Moses Moody, and 2 first-round picks. And my take on it for the Jazz, if you're trying to blow it up, I think Gobert's the first one out of there. So Definitely. If you call Golden State, if you can get James Wiseman, 2 years ago we saw Wiseman was the number 2 pick, immense upside, fucking best player coming out of high school. He just hasn't been healthy. So he kind of is a wild card in that sense, but you're trading for the upside of James Wiseman. And then Moses Moody, I think Moses Moody is going to be a great, not great, but good 3-and-D player in the league for probably 10 to 12 years. And then the 2 first-round picks are just sweetener with that. But I think Wiseman gives you the upside. Moody gives you a solid player that you're going to have. And I don't know what the market's going to look like for Gobert. I don't think anyone's going to throw the farm for him, too. I could have came out with something, that was a lot more juicier for the Jazz to get, but I don't think it's going to be there.
Yeah, I don't know what market Gobert has.
I don't think it's going to be there.
I think you're absolutely stupid if you trade for Gobert. If you
look, we might be trading.
No, I know,
but if you look at the money he's owed, you go Cole.
Yeah, okay.
I'll tell you the money.
Okay, and then
easy, buddy.
Jesus.
But then if I'm the Warriors, why I'm doing it? One, what we talked about earlier, Steph, Clay, Dre, they're not getting any younger. No. Imagine a defense with Rudy and Draymond in there, and then you got Steph, Clay, Poole, Wiggins, whoever you want to do it, just sniping outside. And I know a question that's going to get brought up is, what do you do during playoff time? Look what the Mavs just did to Rudy Gobert. Well, if you're the fucking Warriors, put fucking Otto Porter at your center. Put Draymond at center. Put fucking Wiggins at center if you're playing a team that small ball of a lineup. Yeah. So obviously,
you got Dwight Powell. You can definitely run Wiggins.
So obviously, with Rudy, there could be a thing here or there that's gonna, not be good for him. But they got Rudy Gobert. They're taking the 1 seed. They're gonna have they're gonna have a cake ride to the finals most likely. And if I'm the Warriors GM, I'd easily do this. I'm going all in with Steph.
Especially
we're leaving. Yeah, we're riding out high and mighty.
Especially if you could keep Kuminga and Poole, like your 2 cornerstone young guys. Because Moody, I agree with you. I think Moody's is going to be good, and Steve Kerr trusts him.
He's not great, but good.
Yeah, but if you're able to get Gobert, with obviously your three of Clay, Steph, Draymond, and you're able to keep your young cornerstones, and obviously you still have Looney, who
because
apparently Looney's a beast.
Yeah,
you know?
I think
so. Like that would be an awesome.
James
Wiseman,
people forget they even have James Wiseman because he hasn't fucking played.
Well, when he played,
know?
he was subpar.
Yeah.
He was underwhelming.
But the thing too is on this is I was like, would they do Kuminga? I don't think the Warriors would put Kuminga. I think Kuminga's going to be solid.
I do too. We
So-
were talking about that when we were watching.
Yeah,
Game
I mean,
four.
dude,
We're
he's
like,
hitting,
that
he's
guy
hitting
is
those
good.
fucking like fadeaways.
Yeah,
he's
and
a six.
so
He's a
athletic.
6'7" athletic specimen that can guard fucking 1 through. I want to say 1 through 5. Maybe not
Unless
someone.
he's like Embiid or
Maybe not
Jokic,
someone.
but
Yeah,
like,
but yeah,
most centers.
Most players
probably.
he can guard.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I'm just so Gobert over the next couple years. So he turns 30 next season. He is due 38, 41, and 44, and then he has a player option for 47. I'm sorry.
wow.
There are two centers that deserve max money, and that is Joel Embiid and Jokic.
Carl Anthony Towns. Money.
I don't like Carl. He does.
I don't
he
like
does.
Carl
He
Anthony
does.
Towns.
He
I
does.
think
He
for, I
does.
think
He
for
does.
his talent
Max
alone,
money.
he
Yes, he
deserves
does.
max
Carl
money.
He does. He
deserves
does.
max money.
Okay.
But no,
I
agree
forgot
with you.
about Cat.
Gobert does not deserve $40 million a year, but for certain teams and certain situations, they should
Okay,
take
I mean
that
that
on.
because he's opting into that player option, obviously.
Yeah.
So you have 4 more years of him paying him top dollar.
And my
so if you do the Warriors,
They go luxury tax. They keep all their current guys.
My thing is,
they're
I also
already-
think
they
with
gotta
the
sign Poole and Kuminga.
They're
pretty
putting
soon.
all their chips in.
Well, that
I
means you
also-
gotta win next season.
I also think that
After
if you're
that-
the Warriors, I'm trying to trade Wiggins this offseason
I agree with that.
because his value is never going to
His-
be
it's
higher. I
true.
think you pair Wiggins and Wiseman and you go get somebody. And I think you can, and maybe, I mean, throw in some picks with that if you have to. I mean, like,
What do you think's the best they could get?
I'm wondering, like, do you like a Bradley Beal? Like, if they were to get Bradley Beal with that,
Oh, I think that'll get the job done for Bradley Beal.
I'm thinking,
Wiggins
yeah.
and a few picks.
Do you want
That's
that if
the
you're
thing.
Warriors,
That's my
though?
only thing.
If
Like,
you have Steph,
if they can
Clay-
get-
Yeah,
if
because
they
I don't
can
think you
get-
need
if
that
they
much
can get Beal-
shooting.
if they
And
can get Beal to buy-
Wiggins' defense is ultra valuable for them.
If- I'm
Wiggins
just saying,
has
if-
been arguably the MVP
Yeah.
of this Mavs series.
I'm just
He's
saying,
been
well,
torching us.
coming alive,
Well, the
dude.
thing is,
Locking down on
Wiggins is a
defense.
free agent in the next offseason. So unless you're going to re-sign him, which I don't think you are, probably because he's probably going to get decent money, I'd rather trade him and
Not
get.
lose him for nothing.
And if you can say you get Beal to buy into that system and to be
Sure.
a play like the Warriors, then that would be fucking awesome.
Well, I mean, you would just be bombing on people.
I mean,
but
or-
your
I mean,
defense would.
with that you could get a number
where would the
of
defense
guys.
be though?
The defense would definitely take a hit, but I mean, shit, we've seen. I mean, Steve Kerr seems like a damn good coach at this point. And then if you get to keep both Moody and Kuminga, their defense as wings on the perimeter is very valuable to have.
You can
And I
only
think-
play 5 guys though.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I think if you can keep those two, then your defense will still be solid enough. If it gets bad
Run
enough,
Beal off the bench. Just make him and Poole your
Beal's a
backup.
six
Bro,
man.
make
Yeah.
make
Oh my
Poole and
God.
Beal your
Yeah.
6th and 7th man. Like, all right, Steph, Clay, get out. We're gonna put.
But I mean, if
Poole
the
in real
if the
quick.
defense ever gets that bad to where they're down, they can just throw Kuminga in if they have to. Like, I mean, otherwise, I think you'd be just fine throwing out.
I
that
love
fucking
Kuminga.
line.
I think Kuminga's
I
No,
great.
Kuminga's
I
awesome.
love Kuminga.
Kuminga, I mean, Moody's hit some tough shots. Kerr seems to really like Moody because he keeps playing
Dude,
him.
the thing is with Moody too, when he was coming out of Arkansas, like he had a shit March Madness, but before March Madness, people were saying he's gonna go from like 4 to like 8.
Really?
Yeah,
Where did he go? Like 12?
16, 14 or 16.
No, he
Yeah,
was
four-
lottery.
I think he
thought.
went last pick lottery 14. But dude, he was like all year because he won freshman SEC player of the year, like fucking top recruit. Like he was supposed to be like a mid to high lotto pick.
Really?
Or low to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that
but-
bad of a March Madness.
Oh, he was dog shit, bro.
Really?
Blowjob Bob Roberts almost beat us because he played like shit.
Blowjob Bob Roberts.
He he was fucking dog shit. But yeah, that's all interesting right there. But so yeah, next guy we have here is Zion. This one's kind of just for shits. He could get traded, who knows, but the trade I got here is Zion to the Knicks for Emmanuel Quickly, Obi Toppin, and 4 first-round picks. And my take on that, if I'm the Pelicans, I don't want to trade Zion, but he's made it kind of fucking clear that he doesn't want to play there. And Zion is just a big
play basketball.
or even play. Yeah, he's probably fucking at home eating KFC buckets. I don't know, but yeah, Zion. I think he's a big market guy. You know, if he goes to New York, you pair him with RJ Barrett, his college teammate. Maybe fucking RJ can talk some logic into his ear and say, "Hey, Zion, Like, buddy, like, let's go hit the treadmill. Let's fucking drink our Gatorades. Like,
Well,
more
I think
salads.
I think
Family Guy's gonna wait. Z,
More
Z,
salads,
Z,
buddy.
Family Guy will wait. Let's go get you that merch deal. Like, I think that. And then the Knicks haven't won. I think I wrote down here right. The Knicks have not won.
Since what, 73?
The Knicks have not won a playoff series
playoff
since
series.
2011. And the last time they made a big trade was 2011 with Lamellar Ball. And their new GM, Scott Perry, has never made a trade. So
He's never made a trade?
or he's not
Yeah,
like
okay,
little
okay.
ding
Yeah,
dong.
yeah, a little
Like
ding dong.
real
Yeah,
trade.
yeah.
In New York, the city doesn't sleep. Your city right there. They're fucking
Oh,
hungry.
dude,
New
if
York wants to
Zion-
win.
If Zion,
And if
was-
New York
ESPN would
Knicks hit
jizz their
Zion,
pants.
New York City is just gonna have an orgasm.
ESPN's
bro.
gonna jizz their
ESPN
pants. He goes,
Oh my god!
buddy.
Imagine
they'll just
alone.
scream
Imagine
for,
alone.
Like 24 hours.
The
straight.
Knicks don't even have to be good. Imagine the dunks that would get aired on ESPN and the jerseys and fucking tickets they would sell. Zion, RJ, or just fuck RJ, just Zion.
I hate RJ.
Yeah, I hate him too.
Absolutely. If I was the Knicks, I'd be trying.
But
to
like
trade
for this
RJ
trade
this
too, like if you're
offseason.
the Knicks, it's like, yeah, he could be great, but it's also like low
Will he
key a
play?
business transaction. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? Like,
Oh, absolutely. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, you're still the Knicks, so like,
Yeah, you're the
You're
Knicks.
making money. Anyway.
You
You're
are,
selling
but-
jerseys.
but I'm saying
You can
that-
sell a
that
Julius
could be-
Randle
that could
jersey
be
better
like a
than the
little
Thunder can
underlying
sell,
factor.
Like, or
And-
Alexander.
yeah, and but I because I think the Knicks have been bad so long. They need some juice.
That would be awesome. I mean, the Knicks. I mean, literally everyone we're going to talk about in these trades, the Knicks are going to be like a possibility for all
Yeah.
of them because the
Yeah.
Knicks have to do something. Like Julius Randle fell on his face this year. Like New York needs someone. They need someone to get behind.
They need their Batman.
I think that probably though, because I have the Knicks on here too. I definitely, if they do trade for Zion, they're probably getting rid of RJ. I'd have to imagine.
What about the Mavs?
No, gee,
Well,
yeah, we'll give it to Dwight
but
Powell and
I feel
Theo
like-
Pinson.
I feel
I'm
like in
just
today's
saying, you get
NBA,
Luka Zion.
if you throw like quickly, I feel like if you throw enough picks,
If you throw
a team
enough
that
picks, you
needs
can
your
get
of a
just
player-
about. If you throw enough picks,
Yeah.
you can get just about anybody.
I don't think
But-
they would get rid of RJ for him.
I bet they would.
I'd get rid of
I get
RJ
RJ
for
for
I
him.
know, I
they
would,
will.
but I don't
I
think
would.
they would though, because I
Probably
think they'd
not.
look at it and say, okay, we'll trade
They
RJ
definitely
with
But
Zion.
it's-
because they're teammates. They
Yeah,
were
but,
Yeah.
teammates
but
and
we're not. Are
everything.
we really getting better if we swap Zion and RJ? Like I don't.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say
I think
so.
Zion's when he plays.
But he doesn't play though.
Well, you're obviously if you're trading for him, you're banking he's gonna play.
Yeah,
so,
and
like,
you're signing
but
that
when
massive
Zion is
extension.
playing, I think he's way more.
Dude, Julius
valuable
Randle
than
and
RJ.
Zion together.
Oh Jesus!
It's like
One and the same.
Same player,
Yeah.
just one doesn't jump.
No, I have.
One stays on the ground, one stays in the air.
No, I also have. I think. I mean, if the Thunder want to do it, they're a candidate for just about anyone they want to trade for.
Yeah, they
like
really
with
could.
picks, they could do it. I mean, why not? I mean, if you want to take gamble on them, I mean, if betting on them, losing weight, but and then I referred back to the Grizzlies. They could do it too. They have a lot of young pieces they could trade
Yeah.
picks.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be the
Oh.
highlight reel of the century.
John Zion, my
That
God.
would be
Yeah.
that would be
It's a
incredible.
dunk contest every night.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens there with Big Z. But yeah, next up we got Dame Lillard. I got Dame to the Heat. Another Heat trade for Hero, Robinson, and 2 firsts. I mean, my take here is kind of the fucking same as the Mitchell. If they lose, you go get Jimmy another big asset to pair with Bam, Spoelstra. And then if you're the Blazers, I think they should have traded Dame a few years ago. Like, they have no hope. The Blazers are fucking dog shit. Like, either take a shit or get off the toilet. And I think they need to finally get off the toilet and trade Damian Lillard and pick up Hero, great young superstar. Great young star. Robinson, shoot threes, 2 first-round picks, sweetener. Dame gets to live in South Beach.
Dame to the Heat would be disgusting.
That'd be
That'd be
badass.
fun.
Oh, that
He
would
looked
be
good in the
fun.
Heat
Disgusting.
uniform.
That'd be fun.
Dame
be
and then
badass.
Jimmy, Bam, and everyone else down there. That would be awesome.
That'd be
Yeah.
fun.
I
That,
would
out of
love
all
to
of
see
these,
Dame
that's the
on
one
Heat.
I would like to see the
Same.
most.
That's what I
Because
was
I
gonna
love
say. I
Dame.
was like,
I want to
Dame
see
to the
Dame
Heat.
win a fucking title.
I love Dame too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for Dame, I have Dame to the Bulls if Levine leaves, because you could center something around Patrick Williams, Kobe White, Io Dasamnu, that point guard from Illinois that they drafted in picks, and that'd be interesting. I mean, I still don't know if him and DeMar DeRozan would be fucking nasty if DeMar plays
What do
like
you
he did
do with
last year.
Lonzo though?
I
Just run them both.
I mean,
you
hell,
could.
Damian's
Shit,
pretty
just
much a
make-
2 anyway.
Yeah, just make Dame the shooting guard.
Yeah, I mean, Dame's pretty much a 2 anyway. So I mean, I think he can make that work. I think that'd be interesting. That'd be a damn good team out of the East.
Dame to the
That
Lake
would
Show.
be.
Yeah, but who
You
can they
break-
trade?
Anthony Davis.
Yeah, but I guess the Blazers probably take Anthony Davis and then trade Anthony Davis. Like,
Yeah,
right after
I
that.
don't say if
But,
you're the Blazers, I don't think. Why would you do that? Because I feel like the Blazers, like, we're getting rid of Dame.
I mean, you would do.
We're getting young. We're
Anthony Davis and
stockpiling young
someone
talent
else.
picks.
First, the Lakers would have to get rid of Westbrook because you can't have Braun, Westbrook, and
Okay, one
that
thing.
would literally.
The
be
Lakers are
like-
fucked.
The Lakers are fucked.
Yes.
Lakers are
Absolutely,
fucked.
absolutely.
LeBron
I'm
GM.
just hypothetically saying if you could somehow clear Westbrook, I don't know, trade a first round pick with him, clear Westbrook, you trade Davis for Dame, you clear up your cap space, and you sign other players around those two guys. I mean, you're looking at a real team again,
You
and,
think
not some
It's not a
$50
bad
million
idea.
You think the GM would let his boy AD go though?
Yeah, I think so. For Dame, yeah.
Well, it's also because
I think
at
he would.
that point
It
it's
has to
also
be for someone like Dame.
well, it's also because the LeBron and AD have the same agency. I think that
That's
also
true.
could
That's-
possibly be an issue. But then also the Blazers are going to get AD and then trade him directly after to get more picks because
Probably.
what's their use for
Yeah,
AD?
they have no use for him.
Yeah.
Probably.
So
But
You could do
Uh,
Dame to the Celtics too. Let's just hypothetically say the Heat beat them. You just package a deal on Jalen Brown.
I'd
don't
almost
think- I don't
rather have
think they're breaking
Jalen
him
Brown.
up. I
I'd
don't think
almost
they're breaking
I'd almost
Tatum
rather
up.
have
No.
Jalen Brown next
And I
to
think-
Tatum because the defense.
I do too, and because of the trajectory of their career, Brown's what 26,
Yeah.
Dame's 32. If I'm Celtics, I'm saying, hey, I want this to last 10 plus.
No,
That's
if
true.
you get
But-
Dame,
yeah.
you're a win now team. I mean, he's what?
I mean, the Celtics are winning now.
No, they are. Yeah,
But
God,
I think
he's due
I
so
think
much
J-
money.
JB
Holy
and
shit.
Tatum, I think that's such a fucking good duo.
Yes.
I do too. I'm saying
That's
I
a
wouldn't
that's
break
a
them
good.
up.
one
that's a good
hypothetically
move.
they lose, and two hypothetically there's actually some beef between them about something.
Yeah.
Like they actually don't like each other. They don't like vibe playing with each other.
Yeah.
If something came out, like let's say they lose to the Heat in 3 weeks, something comes out like Jalen Brown wanted those shots in the fourth quarter and Jason Tatum got him or
Yeah,
something.
if some
Yeah.
spiraled.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that. Go get Dame and pair him with Tatum.
God, but
Yeah.
look at Dame over the next 3 years is due 42.5, 45.6, and has a player option for 49.
And he's what? He's 32.
So his age
Right.
34 season has a player option for 39 or 49
Steph
million
Curry's
dollars.
34 right now.
I mean,
I know it's just
They got
crazy. Just
different
look at
games,
the money, how
but
much
I
he's
feel
doing.
like-
He's
I
like
know,
$50
but
million
Dame is
dollars.
still-
Dame
Dame's a
hasn't really
stud.
slowed down though.
No, we kind of
Just
forgot
like
about
Steph.
Dame with him being
he's,
out.
He's exactly like Steph. Like,
Yes.
He's not an up. I mean, Dave was an above the rim guy, but he's just a bomber now.
Yeah.
Like Steph, and he's a playmaker and a
He's
shooter.
not a bomber like Steph, but
He's the next closest
Oh, He's
thing.
the second.
Yeah, he's the
he's
second
not
best
Steph.
thing.
He's not Steph.
Oh, he's had
Well, no,
Steph games.
He's had. I mean,
He's had
you,
Steph
you remember
games.
when
He ain't
him and
Steph,
Steph
though.
in the All Star game?
I mean, he
shot
can-
half court shots.
No, he's got range. Well, you know who's kind of
He- okay.
who's kind of bumping himself in there too?
Who?
Luca.
No,
We're not comparing Luka
He's
to
like
Dame.
bombing
We're not
some
comparing
40
Luka to
footers.
He
Dame
shoots
and-
like
He's bombing some
33% from
40-footers.
three.
No, we're not, dude.
Well,
Dame,
every three takes contested.
okay, if you're talking about strictly shooting, Steph Curry's 9.99999. Dame is probably 9.5.
Yeah, I mean,
He's right there. Because it's the off the dribble stuff. Obviously,
Yes.
Klay Thompson on
Yeah.
the spot up is 9.
well, where's Trey Young ranking that?
Jesus.
At 9 even?
Looks like a
Oh,
lollipop that got
something-
dropped in the
something
trash.
But
A few pubes got picked up.
Yeah, a
on the
little
lollipop. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. So beyond that, last trade or not last trade talk. Just one more. So this one I'll go through quick. We put Bradley Beal in here. This is me just shitting out of my ass right here. I did Bradley Beal to the Dallas Mavericks.
Oh,
A sign and
Christ.
trade. Sign and trade.
For JB.
3-team
For
deal.
JB, sign and trade Dwight Powell and a first round pick. And
If
the
they
thing,
take that for him, I'll be more than happy.
the thing is, if I'm the
Hey, JB's
if
good.
I'm-
JB's
maybe
good,
two,
but
He's a max
maybe
player.
maybe two
taking
first
on
round,
dead
maybe
money
two
with
first
Dwight
round picks.
Powell.
The thing I want to say is, if I'm the Wizards, if I'm Bradley Beal, I think Bradley Beal's at this point where he's like, yeah, cool, whatever. I'll get the 250 maximum extension. Like, I'm been living here for 10 plus years.
I don't
My
think Bradley
family's
Beal
here.
cares.
I don't think he gives a fuck.
I don't think he does.
But
I don't
if
think he
I'm
gives
the
a shit.
organization, I'm dumping him, bro, because we saw the same thing in 2018 with Kemba Walker and the Charlotte Hornets. And Charlotte said, Kemba, we're letting you walk. Kemba was like, he would have been cool. He said, fuck it. We'll sign back here. I'll re-up. I'll get the fucking Supermax. They let him walk. Now they got Lamelo Ball. They got Bridges. They got some exciting talent. So if I'm the Wizards, like, I don't care if Beal wants to stay there. I'm getting rid of him. I'm trading him.
Yeah.
I'm milking him for everything I can.
Yeah.
And for the Mavs, I think that'd be bad. I think Luka needs a superstar next to him. That's why I do it. For the
Oh,
Mavs.
that'd be awesome if
I
that
mean,
worked
I
out.
don't think I'd explain
Yeah,
much
like
for the Mavs.
that's a
but
good point. Like, what the hell are the Wizards doing?
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what
What
are
are
they
they
doing?
doing? Like even if Bradley's like, oh, like I love it here, but
Who gives
But
a
you got to
shit?
look at
Like,
what
yeah.
if you're the owner of that team, bro? It's like the goal is to win a
It's like-
championship. You're
yeah.
not winning a championship with
No,
this
it's
guy.
like
not
best
happening.
case
No.
scenario, Bradley Beal averages 28 and KP becomes like a 22 and
Oh, but
10
Best
efficient guy, and you're a 7 seed in the East getting bounced by Giannis in the
Yeah.
first round.
best
case scenario.
absolute best case, you maybe win one series. in the
Maybe,
playoffs.
yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Absolute best case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good
You're
point.
probably a play-in team though.
Yeah. God, I would love for the Mavs to get Bradley Beal.
Yeah,
That would
right.
That would be
awesome.
great.
That would be so
That'd be
That'd be
nice.
great.
That'd be nice.
Because it's like
that's
J-
why I put it too. Because
Yeah.
I want to see him. In the
Oh,
Mavs,
that'd be
yeah.
so good. Because it's like every game we go into, even though JB's awesome, we're like,
He ain't Beal.
shit, I wonder if JB's
Yeah.
gonna show up tonight.
Right,
It's like, shit, is he
right.
gonna be able to hit a
Like,
shot?
I love JB, but
it's like, oh, we got Beal.
I love JB,
Let's
but
go.
JB ain't a number 2 for a championship team.
Probably
He's
not.
No.
Probably
He's
not.
not.
Unless we win it this year.
Huh?
An idea I had for Beal was if the Nuggets want to trade Michael Porter and some picks, and then it would help the Wizards get younger. But the thing is, you're taking a gamble on Michael Porter staying healthy in that money because he's already gotten the money.
That might be the most like not untradeable player, but if I was a GM and I was looking,
Yes.
at what player would
Can't
I
touch
not
him.
trade for?
Yes,
it'd be
it'd be
Michael
a-
Porter.
yeah.
I'd be like, he's on a 5-year, $180 million.
If the Wizards
deal,
were to take
and
a
he's
gamble
got
on a young
massive
player,
package.
that's
Maybe
the-
actually Westbrook's on what, a 2-year deal? Or he's got 2 years
he's got
left.
like a year.
Yeah.
left.
he's fucking.
I mean,
untradeable.
you could really get screwed with Michael
Yes.
Porter, and he's only like 24.
Yeah.
I mean, it could work out really well, but
No.
Burger said do a break so he can audio check.
right. Cut it.
Break.
Break.
Headphones off. Jesus.
All right, let's hop back into it. Okay. All right. So now we're going to talk about our top 10 point guard rankings in the NBA. Luke created a nice little fancy list for us. Luke, let's hear what you got, man.
Let's go. Y'all ready?
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
All right, let's do it. So first, we got honorable mentions.
Okay.
Considered these guys did not end up making the top
Oh.
10, but strong consideration.
On the chopping
Okay.
block.
So honorable mentions: we have Drew Holiday, we have Darius Garland, we have Deontay Murray, and we have Marcus Smart, the hometown boy.
I believe those
Okay.
are where they all
All right.
belong.
Jumping right into 10.
Let's
Number
go.
10, Jamal Murray. Why? Last time we saw him, he was playing at an all-NBA level. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He has been playing for 2 years. I think he's going to come back and be almost what he was, if not what he was. He's still young. I still think he's a top 10 point guard.
Okay,
9.
before we go any further, are we holding our opinions until the end
Yes.
here?
Yeah.
Okay.
9, Lamelo Ball. I considered Holiday. I consider Garland over him. I think Lamelo Ball is more talented. I think he's on a worse team. I think he's better than Jamal Murray, but I don't think he's as good as the top 8. LaMelo Ball at 9. Chris Paul, number 8. I think Chris Paul showed his deficiencies. I think he was exposed against the Mavericks. I think he's old, and I think he's shown that he cannot no longer take over a game, be one of the top 5, 6, 7 point guards in the NBA. Number 7, James Harden. James Harden at 7. And I'll argue, because I know someone's going to say Paul over Harden, and I'll argue that when it comes, I would rather have James Harden than Chris Paul. We'll let that argument happen afterwards. Number 6, Kyrie Irving. I wanted to put Kyrie top 5, but I couldn't put him over the 5 guys in front of him strictly because of everything that happened this season and his performance in the playoffs. Number 5, Trae Young. I think Trae Young's a top 5 point guard. I think he leads his team. I think he's a great facilitator. I'd rather have him over Kyrie and Harden and everyone else on those lists. The big thing about, for me was if I swap this player with another player, how does that team perform? I think Trae Young carries his team more than anyone else that I've said already. 4, Dame. I think Dame was injured this season. I think Dame's going to come back and be a bona fide top 5 point guard next season. Number 3, Ja Moran. I thought about putting Ja at 2. I don't think he's there yet. I think he's a top 3 point guard. I'm putting him over Dame. I don't think he's in that upper echelon 1 and 2 guys, the bona fide all-NBA superstars. Number 2, Steph Curry. I mean, we all know Steph Curry's an absolute monster, one of the best players to ever play the game, best shooter ever. I think he's number 2. And number 1, the Don, Luka Doncic.
All right.
Nothing necessary.
I
to
like
say
that. I would actually do the top 6, but I would swap Ja and Steph.
Do you Ja too?
I would have Ja too. Besides that, top 6, I'd have the exact same.
Okay.
But what I would do a little different. This is gonna shock y'all. This is gonna burst y'all's bubble a little bit.
Give me.
This is
Hit
it.
me.
I would have Dejounte Murray at number 7, and I'll explain
7?
why.
Oh.
I'll explain why. Okay, Dejounte 21, 8, and 9 last year. He can score, he can assist, he can rebound, and he's also arguably the best defensive point guard in the NBA. I mean, he is the fucking engine on that Spurs team. Again, I know it's up for debate, but I love
Spurs team didn't go anywhere though.
playing.
They went
playing.
farther than they should have. They went further than they should
did,
have.
they
They
did.
should not have made the
There's
plan.
some shitty
I'm-
teams in the
And
West.
again, I can
True.
understand why he's at 10, 11, 12 or whatever, but I have him at 7.
That's bold.
And then at 8, I'd have Shea Gilgeous.
I have Shea at shooting guard.
Shooting guard.
I have Shea at shooting guard. That's why.
Okay, I put him. At
He
point
would have
guard,
definitely at least been an.
but
honorable
I
mention.
love Shea. You know, he was hurt a lot of the year, but he did 25, 5 and 6 this year when he played. He shot 30% from 3, but last year he shot 42% from 3. So he's proven he could hit the 3 ball. I think he's a guy that could, be a Trae Young type of player. And then after that, I had Drew Holiday and Lamelo. So kind of a little same there. I love Drew Holiday. He shot 41% from 3 this year. Right there with Dejounte, plays lockdown fucking defense. And then LaMelo Ball. I think LaMelo Ball is going to make a jump next season, probably to, that
So we got
7 or
LaMelo
8 range.
basically the same,
Yeah.
9, 10.
9, 10, same thing. But yeah.
Okay.
I don't know
All right.
Chris
So what do you
Paul
think
there.
about the list?
Okay.
Hit me.
I would
Come on.
I would just the only thing maybe you swap Dame and Ja, maybe like
You think Dame over Ja?
possibly. Maybe right now, maybe.
No.
I mean, I don't know if I'm doing it, but whatever. I'm not gonna die on that hill, but maybe. But I would put Chris Paul over Harden and Kyrie.
Okay.
Kyrie's
on the Suns and he's healthy. What happens?
it's not even if he's healthy, if he wants to play or not.
Well, he played
But
in
if
the
he's
playoffs.
but if he's playing-
he played in the playoffs.
I think if
I know.
Kyrie's healthy and he's playing, the Suns
beat
the Mavs.
us.
Probably, but I just don't like Kyrie's durability, man. He doesn't play. Like
I
you
understand.
literally have to worry about him playing. Like even that's not even if he's hurt or not, just if he wants to play. That's what he's in
Okay,
there.
well,
And then,
since you say that, are we counting Ben Simmons as a point guard, right?
I don't think so. Because on
No.
the Nets, he won't be.
If
point
Ben
guard.
Simmons did play, though, would he be in the top 10?
No.
No?
I'm
I'm
just,
Maybe.
I'm just curious on that.
He'd
I'm
be
sure
within
I
that
would
8
have
to 12
I would have to
range.
see just like what he looks like, what he
Yeah.
actually does out there. But and then also just
All right, who wants,
Harden.
who wants to come at me about
Harden?
Harden?
I'm
ready for
just
this one. Who wants
curious.
to
I'm-
come
I'm
at me
here
about
to-
Harden?
I just want
Let's go.
James Harden cannot
Uh-huh.
get around anyone anymore.
Okay.
He does absolutely zero value on defense. The best thing he's
Okay.
there for now is a few step back. He's great. He's a great facilitator still. Don't get me
Okay.
wrong. He's going to average you 10 assists.
Mhm.
But his scoring, he's down to 20 points per game. He provides no defense.
20?
Yeah, 20, 21, 22.
Cool.
That's
Okay.
what he's averaging now.
I know.
Literally zero defense.
Okay.
He's a great facilitator. He's going to drop you 20 to 21. I think he's probably still in the top 10, but I don't think I'd have him at 7 or 8. I think
And-
he's like an honorable mention kind of guy at this
and
point.
also what does he look like without Embiid out there with him? That's
So
my
he
other
was
question.
on the Nets and he was balling. I mean,
He
on
had
balling,
KD,
was still
with
good.
him. Like I'm just saying if he doesn't if
Well,
he
Chris
doesn't have
Paul
a starting.
has Booker and AD.
I'm just saying if like if we're
I mean,
isolating these players.
we did see him in the first 2 games without fucking Embiid, and they got
sucked.
fucking
I'm
waxed.
also looking at these guys like not on the teams they're on per se, and more so like if you isolate them, what do they look like with the team? It's like I want to hear your reasoning for Harden.
This
at
is my
point.
thing about Harden. This season, as atrocious as everyone says it was, and it wasn't great.
Yeah, what decent.
He
stats.
averaged 22, 10, and 8. He still led the Sixers to what? The 4 seed? The 3 seed? The 4 seed?
in a good
The
conference.
4 seed
Great
in a good conference. He still averages 22 points a game. Everyone,
I wouldn't say he led him.
well, I mean, him and Embiid led him. Like they were the 2 guys, and he still he kept the Nets afloat throughout the season. He came to the Sixers. I'm not arguing James Harden's still a superstar, but over the other guys on this list, everyone shit on Harden for his second half play, right? In the Heat series,
It was bad.
It was bad. What was Chris Paul after game 2 against the Mavs?
But
For 5 straight games.
I don't
But
like
that
Chris-
also-
Chris-
but that
I don't think
also-
Chris Paul's there
Chris
anymore.
Paul he wasn't even a starting point guard. He was a
Well,
backup
that's
point guard.
also-
For
And
5
you can see
straight
on
games.
defense now he gets fucking
Yeah, that's the
wildly
thing.
exposed.
I don't think you can argue that Chris Paul's a better defender than Harden. I don't think you can say he's a better creator than Harden, and I don't think you can say he's more clutch than Harden.
Well, that's also if you buy into if Chris Paul is hurt or not. You
I don't
if,
give
if
a
you
flying
if you,
fadoodle
if you,
Yeah,
about
if
that.
we
They
saw.
say
I think
that
we saw
every
the
single-
eye test.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Yes,
lie.
we
saw
say
They
it
every
say
year.
that every year. This is my thing. Everyone
I think-
crapped
I
on
think-
Harden for his second half. Game 7 against the Mavericks, Chris Paul had 1 point halfway through the third quarter.
Yes.
The only person that wanted to shit on him was Pat Bev, which he probably went a little overboard. But the thing is,
and arguably the biggest game of his career.
In the biggest game, one of the biggest games of his career.
Yeah, and he shit the
bed. Everyone shits on Harden all the time for the same things, but it doesn't reciprocate to Chris Paul. Harden, like, he went 0 of 2 in game 6 or whatever. Well, he's playing a better team with a worse team around him, most likely.
Well, I think people also too don't shit on Harden like that, because I think Chris Paul's on a higher pedestal than James Harden.
I think I think everyone kind of expected.
You think Chris Paul, like, people think of him higher?
Yeah.
Well, I thought they also thought the Suns have higher.
I think people think James Harden's higher. Maybe unless the last 6 months. Maybe last 6 months you say
it's
Chris
also
Paul?
recency bias is such a big factor too, because James Harden just fell off a fucking cliff, and Chris Paul this year
Chris Paul just fell off a cliff.
Yeah, he was great, and besides those last fucking 4 or 5 games whatever in the Mavs series.
But those 5 games he played like a backup. Campaign could have been the starting point guard for the Suns, and not much would have changed.
And it doesn't really make any sense to me either how, that game 2, he goes fucking just mega beast mode.
Oh, just destroyed us.
Fucking destroy, yeah. And then all of a sudden, he's just a dud.
But Harden had that game in the Heat series. He dropped 31, like 9 and whatever.
Harden still has a strap.
That's why I'm saying
I think he's a shell of what he was. But Harden, what he was, is you might put him even ahead of Luka right here.
Oh, maybe. 2-3 years ago, Harden is competing with Luka and Steph.
And it's tough because he declined so fucking quick.
I think James Harden gets a little too much because it's a whole boatload of his career that everyone's just basically like, oh, he choked. But like, I still don't think you can say he's not a top 10 point guard. He's still probably one of the best passers in the NBA.
At the very
I think he's
top
10. I didn't rank him in the top 10 because I had him listed as a shooting guard, so I didn't even consider it. But yeah, he is a point guard, and
he's still a top 10. But
would you rather have him or Lamelo right now if you're the Sixers? Not like for the future, but like in these last playoffs, would you rather had Lamelo paired with Embiid, or would you rather had Harden out there with Embiid?
Fuck, I'll take Lamelo, honestly.
Because
I know at the very minimum, at least right? I also don't think James Harden gives a fuck.
I think he gives a fuck.
I don't. If he gave a fuck, then why is he trying to leave everywhere he's at? If he was playing on 3 teams in how many months? Over a year and a half.
Well, I mean, this is the thing. Everyone shits on him for that. He was with Houston for how long? 9 years. What was left for him in Houston?
No.
When he asked for the trade, what was left for him? John Wall and Boogie Cousins? Christian Wood? What was left for him?
He had out of there at Houston.
Now, what was left for him in the Nets?
I mean, he could have played along KD.
Well, he was playing the whole season. KD was hurt. And Kyrie just wasn't playing.
Yeah.
That's frustrating. I get it. He probably
Kyrie are boys, so James was
the
odd man
He's
out.
the odd man out. I get, he still quit. But, it's not like he was in great situations. Everyone's like, oh, he left KD. It's yeah, look what happened to the Nets. They got swept round 1.
No, but
it's not like they were making a big playoff run.
No, but I'm someone who's just if you're in the Nets situation, which is not the worst situation he could have been in, you make the best.
Did
of
he
it.
go to a better situation though?
Well, yeah, play next to Embiid, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So why wouldn't you want to do
that? Of course I'd want to, but I don't know. It's kind of I guess a little old school of me just to be hey man, you wanted to come here,
right?
Stick out this year. Well, of course, I mean the Sixers GM,
and I think with it too, Harden just can't in his mind mentally say I might be the third option on this team, and that's why he was I gotta get out of the Nets.
I think he actually did that in the Sixers series. I think that's why he didn't take as many shots. Once Embiid came back, I think he said,
"Well, no, I know.
Step back
I'm saying I think Harden's cool being the Robin, but I mean on the Nets." It's KD,
on the Nets.
And then I think they view Kyrie as the Robin, so that left James as what?
I have Kyrie over. I have Kyrie over. Now, the thing is, if Kyrie plays,
he could be.
He could
be in that Steph Jaw range.
Yeah, I'd argue him over Dame
if he plays.
Kyrie's arguably the most talented player in the league,
no doubt.
Yeah. The guy's insane.
When he's on, there's no one more. There's arguably no one more fun to watch.
But like you said, is he gonna play? Is Earth flat? You don't know what the fuck you're gonna get from him. He's a fucking. Really don't. He's a wild card.
I still think you can't put Kyrie outside of 7.
One thing you said too that I think is interesting is Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray, we saw in the bubble. Jamal Murray went fucking nuclear. Oh, yeah. He is. My thing is, it's like Clay. He's been out for 2 years because he's going to take some time to get his feet back under him.
He's young though,
but he's young, and I think he's going to be great once he gets back into the groove of things. It might take him a little bit, but that guy is fucking ultra talented. Kind of reminds me of a young Dame.
Yeah.
In a
We
way,
saw
yeah,
we
yeah.
saw him
Yeah.
we saw him
Like
making
him.
some
Yeah.
30, 35,
Oh, yeah.
40-foot
Well,
three-pointers
shit, dude,
in
that bubble
series.
run. He
In the
dropped
bubble,
like
he
2
was
or
a
3
fucking
50-point
god,
games.
dude.
I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
my thing with Jamal Murray when I was making the list. I was like,
I just couldn't put him
like,
there yet because I don't
if
know.
I got a
what's gonna be like
swap,
from injury.
so like let's say I swapped, like Drew Holiday was someone I really considered. If I swapped Drew Holiday for Jamal Murray, does Drew Holiday help the Nuggets more?
Well,
I don't think. And I think if you
No.
put Jamal Murray on the Bucks
Bucks.
more, I think he helps them more than Jamal Murray
Yes, but
because of
Drew
the straight
Holiday-
offense.
yeah,
Well,
but
Drew
Drew
Holiday-
I
Holiday
just
defense.
I
His
love
defense,
yeah,
though.
His
and
defense
that's why
is
I
he
like
takes
great,
too
but
many
shoots
shots. He
11
takes-
of 29 a
he
game.
takes too
That's
many
the
shots.
problem.
He does take too
in
many
his last
shots.
series too is because Middleton was out.
But
But
even in the
I love
finals
Drew.
last year, he shot awful.
Yeah, he's not a great shooter, but he's a great. I think he's a guy you can put on any team, and he's gonna really help that.
He's
team
literally
out.
an old
And
Marcus
that's why I
Smart.
like him.
That's how I look at him. He's
Yeah.
an older Marcus Smart.
Yeah.
I think he's
a
better
little.
than
He's
Marcus.
better. He's better.
I mean, he shot
But
he
he's-
shot 41% from three this year.
Did he really?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I was just his defense matters so much, which is the only reason why. But I mean, yes, Jamal Murray.
And
Like,
that's why I like.
I don't
DeAndre
think
Murray,
maybe
too.
per se Jamal helps the Bucks per se, but
I
other
think
teams.
he helps the Bucks because they're already so good at defense.
Oh, if Middleton's playing, yes, then yeah. If
Yeah.
Middleton's playing, then yes, Jamal Murray. But yeah, I guess in that situation,
Just- yeah, tough
Drew,
situation.
'cause
I mean,
Drew
just
had to take more
Giannis
shots.
by himself though is going to
Yeah.
make you a at least like average defensive team. You
Yeah.
could have the worst defenders around Giannis, and your defense is still going to be like, it's not that bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And you add a bomber like Jamal Murray on that team, like I
that'd
think
be
that
huge.
helps them more than
Yeah.
Holiday. That's why I was like, I'm going to put him at 10. Like I know I consider Garland too a lot, but like I just haven't seen enough of Garland. I've seen
Yeah.
All right,
what
can-
Jamal
can,
Murray
Can you
can
say
do.
your top 10 just real quick one more time?
Jamal Murray, 10. LaMelo Ball, 9. Chris Paul, 8. James Harden, 7. Kyrie Irving, 6. Damian Lillard, 4. John Morant, 3. Steph, 2. Luka, 1. Okay. Do we have any at the one spot? I think we all would say Luka.
I think
Yeah,
we'd
I
all
think-
say Luke,
yeah.
especially we're all Dallas boys.
you would say
so.
Ja over Steph, though?
It was tough for him, but at this point I would. I mean, I know Ja. It's easy to get caught up in the hype with him. You know, fucking Jawbreaker and all this shit. ESPN just going nuts. But I think that dude is
Team
so
Morant.
fucking ultra talented, and he's gotten better at shooting year in year out. And you
He
know,
has,
he's
yeah.
proven. I mean, the Grizzlies are talented. They're nothing special though. You know, and the fact that he took them.
I mean, they're 20 and
they're
5
on their way.
without
They're
him.
on their way.
When he
But
didn't play, they were
they
better.
were, but he
They're
doesn't.
not obviously
He
better.
doesn't
but-
have his Robin. You can make the argument Jaren Jackson could be his Robin.
No.
No.
They have a ton of good pieces though.
Yeah.
Yes,
Ton of good pieces, but
all you young
the
pieces.
roster's nothing crazy though. I love Ja, not over Luca, but
Yeah,
and that's the with that even too. I'd say maybe Ja
Yeah.
2A, Steph 2B type of thing.
Yeah.
don't know.
I was surprised. I thought y'all would argue me Trae Young at 5.
no.
Y'all think Trae Young?
no,
I had
as,
Trae Young-
as,
I had
as
Trae Young
bad
at
as
5.
he is at defense, which he
yeah,
is
okay.
horrible.
That
The
was my
dude-
reason.
the
I was
dude-
like,
But-
Trae Young
dude's a
does
fucking
so
the
much
dude's
on
the
offense.
whole offense is
Yeah.
a
Yes.
play.
Okay.
Like,
He's a
I
great
thought
creator.
someone would fight me on Trae Young.
no,
yeah,
I like Trey.
Okay.
He's a
Yeah.
great creator. Like you
Like
said
you
it, and I
looks
was
like
like,
a popsicle dropped in a trash can of pubes, but I like
Yeah.
him.
no, like you said he's 5, and I'm like, fuck, like is he a top 5 point guard? And then like you looked at the list, like he is.
Yeah.
He is,
just
yeah.
he
Who
just
else are you
is.
gonna- yeah.
I mean, a healthy Kyrie, you could bump over him, but
If you
Yes.
have a non-distracted,
Kyrie.
healthy
Yeah.
Kyrie,
Playing Kyrie.
then yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Shit, Kyrie's could be 3.
and then y'all like Dame and that top 5 still for sure.
Yes.
Yeah,
I feel like Dame's lost some credit though. Just
Well,
he's been out all year.
forgotten.
He wasn't going to play for a
Yeah.
Blazers team that was getting fucking waxed every game. I think Dame next year when he comes back out, he's going to be great.
Yeah.
He's
He's
gonna
still
be great. It's
yeah.
just that team's gonna suck. So
Yeah.
we're just gonna see what he
Hey,
does.
I mean,
why,
I
like,
think
hope-
but it's
hope-
still Dame.
if
Yeah.
Zach Collins is starting again, who
Oh,
knows where they
boy.
could go? I mean,
Yeah. Hey,
who knows?
Dame goes to South Beach though.
No, yeah,
I would love to.
If
see
you're-
Dame.
if
That
you're
would
playing-
be my favorite trade,
if
other
you're-
than him coming to the Mavericks.
Yeah.
if
That would
you
be my favorite trade
I
of the
would love to see
offseason.
him
is
do that.
Dame
imagine
to
you
the-
replace
Oh my
Lowry
God.
with Dame, like good God.
Jesus,
That would be
That'd be
awesome.
awesome. But yeah, good stuff. Good stuff there. So next up, we're gonna go over the current finals MVP odds, and right now we have Mavs Warriors 3-1, Celtics over Heat 3-2. So these are the current odds. We got these off OddsShark. So right now, they got the favorite. Steph's at plus 120. They got Jason Tatum at plus 180. A few others. They got Jaylen Brown at plus 950. Jimmy Butler plus 3,000. And if you're feeling really, really risky, you could throw a Hail Mary at Luka at plus 4,500. What do y'all think about those?
Well, besides those, the one that I saw, because these are on my bookie, Andrew Wiggins plus 4,000 to an MVP. I think that's not, in terms of I mean, Iguodala won it. Look at the guys.
I agree with you on that.
Iguodala won it. I mean, he could if he has
If
a
Wiggins-
hot 4, 5, 6
Iguodala
games.
won it
Wiggins-
because they're playing LeBron James.
I know, but
They're not playing
But what if?
LeBron
But what if?
James.
I know.
But what
I'm
if
just saying
Wiggins locks
for-
up Tatum?
I'm just saying for odds wise, plus
What-
4,000.
I agree with you. What if Wiggins does an admirable
If he
job
has
on
a-
Tatum, averages 22.
There was
fucking
such a
7 and
narrative
4.
around LeBron that series. Like all his players got hurt. It is LeBron.
But that's the
versus
thing
this
too. That's
team.
why he's plus 4,000. No one thinks he's
Yes,
going to
but
win.
I'm-
But for a sleeper,
You're right.
sleeper
for value
for
wise,
the
value,
yes.
yes.
And
Because
then
obviously everyone says Steph, but
And then I also like don't mind like especially right now like if you want to bet anything Heat for the finals,
Oh,
do
Jimmy.
it now.
Oh,
Jimmy's
yeah.
plus
Jimmy
2,500.
That's amazing.
That is
there's 20
yeah, that is
I love
insane.
that.
Yeah, because if the Heat win, he's winning MVP.
yes.
So,
and,
like-
and they still could beat the Celtics.
They're only down 3-2.
They could beat the
everyone's
Celtics.
Like, oh,
they
they're
win
done,
game.
They're done.
They win
Like,
game
no.
6. They're coming back to
Yeah.
South Beach.
Yeah.
Game 7. Tyler Hero might be back. They could still
Right.
punch a ticket to the finals. I don't
Easy.
think that's fucking crazy.
And
to
if they're
say by any
playing, I mean,
means.
they could beat the Warriors. I mean, if the Mavs, miraculously make it,
Yeah.
they could
Yeah.
beat us. And if they win, then Jimmy wins
Yeah.
MVP.
Yeah.
So
I mean-
I think that's the best value.
And then I mean Clay's at plus 1,500, Pool's at plus 2,300 if you want to go with those. But I couldn't do Pool.
Steph would win it over.
Yeah, because
them.
Steph's gonna
Yeah.
win it over Pool either
Yeah.
way.
They
but-
only got Wiggins. He's not the guard.
Unless Draymond averages like 12, 10,
I was
10.
thinking Draymond.
I mean, he could.
What's Draymond's
possible.
Draymond's
I
plus
don't see- I just don't
1,500.
see it. That would
It's
have
just
to be
I
a-
don't. He's not.
That would have to be a
Wiggins, you're right.
slugfest
Yeah.
of a defensive series.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just
But if he averaged a triple double and like locked up Tatum,
Yeah.
yes, but it's like I feel like I have a hard time
I don't think they're
thinking.
gonna put Dre on Tatum.
no, but like he
No.
just had like a bunch, like he's got
Yeah.
averages 2 steals,
Some
1
highlight
block,
block plays and
highlight
shit,
blocks.
yeah.
I just have a
Some
hard
clutch-
time,
clutch
like,
defensive plays.
Because Draymond's not going to average more than like 10 points a game. Like I just have a
Yeah.
hard time thinking
Yeah.
that they're
He
going to
averages
give
like
it to
7
somebody
right now,
who
so.
yeah.
averages 10 points. a
Well,
game
I
in
mean,
the
for
finals.
Wiggins to be at plus 4,000 and Draymond to be at plus
Plus
1,500,
1,500,
yeah,
yeah.
the value's 100% on Wiggins.
Yeah.
I think Wiggins probably has a better chance to win it than
Yeah.
Draymond.
Yeah.
Draymond would
No, I
have to
love it.
average
Yeah.
13, 10,
So,
2-1.
If you're a guy, throwing a Hail Mary, Wiggins plus 4K.
Yeah, I think I'd definitely
yeah.
sprinkle some on that. Like
Mine-
why
Maybe,
not?
maybe throw $10 on it. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Mine would
Yeah.
be Butler. Just
Yeah.
because, like, if
Yeah,
the
him or
Heat-
Butler, I think
him
are
or
the two
Butler.
best values.
If I had to bet, if I was betting my own money, I'd put it on Tatum plus 180. I think you get value there. I think the Celtics are probably the best team remaining.
and if they
And
win,
if
it's
the
'cause of him.
Celtics win, it's going to be Tatum.
Yeah.
Maybe
I think the Warriors are better than the Celtics.
you do.
I do, yeah.
I think the Celtics are better defensively. They got better
Yes.
size and they have better playmakers.
I think I
outside
probably.
of Steph, I don't like Jordan. You
But
have
the
Jordan
thing,
Poole.
the thing too that we've seen though is okay. The Celtics aren't completely relying on the three, but a lot of their wins correlate to if they're hitting the three ball, and so I think we may see that same kind of thing. That's how the Mavs are, and we're matching up. And the Warriors are the best perimeter shooting
the
team.
Warriors
in the league.
are getting into the paint because we have no defense.
Yes.
That
ain't gonna
Ain't
happen.
gonna happen
Yeah.
against the Celtics.
Yep.
If
Yeah.
they even
that-
get past the perimeter defense, Rob Williams and
yeah.
Horford are waiting for him down there, not
Mm.
Dwight Powell and Dodo.
No,
Like,
that.
And
No,
is
that's
Horford
Celtic.
really a threat like that anymore.
Better than Dwight Powell.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
that's-
that
I might be
that's-
better than Dwight Powell down
Shit,
there.
yeah.
I mean-
tackle someone,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
I mean, now that's
Okay, you're the tackling guy. You
Yeah,
tackle.
grab their foot.
Yeah.
No, I mean that Celtic defense is on like a whole other level
Yeah.
versus anything the Warriors have faced.
That's
Like,
the other thing is like they've played the Nuggets, who were literally just completely
Jokic and a bunch of scrubs.
because of all injuries. They played Memphis, who played them hard.
yes.
Then Ja went out, so it's like okay,
Yeah,
they
whatever.
Still won a game,
Yeah.
and they're playing the Mavs with Luka and
Hey,
second round
quick
picks.
update. 21-17 Warriors.
Okay, we're in
21-17
it.
Warriors.
I'll take
All
it.
right,
2.5 in the first.
Keep it close.
All right,
Keep
shit.
it close.
But next we got the current finals odds. They got Golden State at minus 170, Boston plus 113, Miami plus 1725, and the good old Dallas Mavs at plus 4K. I mean, obviously for the value, I feel
the Warriors are minus 170.
Yeah, they're minus
I
170.
feel like it's pretty simple. If you want to go value, probably don't take Dallas. Probably ain't gonna make it. But throw the value at Miami plus 1725.
What are
Beyond
Boston
that-
again?
plus 113.
Yeah. Beyond that, it's just do you like
Plus
Boston's better
113.
value?
110.
So basically even.
110. Yeah, basically.
Okay.
I mean, Boston's gonna have home court, right?
No, Golden State will.
Yeah, Golden State will.
Because the Mavs would have it if we played Boston.
I thought Boston's a 2 seed.
Three.
It's record though.
It's,
Oh,
yeah,
it's
it's-
We have a
right,
better
that's
record
right,
than
that's
Boston,
right.
technically.
So
So
I mean,
if us and the Celtics were to make it, we'd have home court.
I mean, if I'm betting on that, I don't know. I probably wouldn't. I'd probably throw 10 on Miami and then call it. I think it's pretty plain and simple with that.
I would just bet Boston. I think Boston's gonna win it.
Yeah.
So I would.
So
bet
Boston, I think Golden State.
For odds or who actually
gonna
win
win the
it?
finals?
Who's gonna win it? I'm probably going Boston too.
The
I love
amount of just absolute bloviating from ESPN and every channel about Jason Tatum if they win.
Oh, buddy.
It'll
be fun. It'll
my
be
God.
real
It's
fun.
gonna be funny. But yeah, all right, we got a few more little quick segments here. So our buddy here made a $15 budget.
this is gonna be
NBA
fun.
starting lineup.
I
You
lo-
probably
I-
see
I
on
love these
Instagram,
so much.
Twitter. They have $5 to $1 values with players each position. We'll put it on the screen right here so y'all can see it. Yeah, so we'll blow it up. But my lineup that I'll say, y'all can see it right now. My point guard, I'm taking Jamal Murray for $3. My shooting guard, I'm taking Jaylen Brown for $4. Small forward, Chris Middleton for $3. Power forward, Giannis. Center, Nurkic for $2. And my reasoning, okay.
Wait. You had Jamal Murray,
Jamal Murray,
Brown,
Jaylen Brown, Chris Middleton, Giannis.
That's 15 right there. Jamal Murray's 3, Middleton's 3, Brown's 4. That's 10, and Giannis is 5. So that's 15.
Well, I guess I did the math wrong on there. Y'all take it away.
So like I always see these. Hey, good job, baby.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Help team.
Yeah.
No center. Fuck it. We'll play with 4. When I always see these, I always love to go double 5s because I think if you have 2 just bona fide megastars,
Yeah.
like you're in a
The
really
rest can
good
work
spot.
itself out.
So I kind of came up with 2 different ones. My first one, I get Luka and Giannis. So there's my $10. I have the best playmaker. I think I have the 2 best players in the NBA. I think Giannis and Luka are the 2 best players in the NBA.
Christ.
So I have both of them. I run Tim Hardaway at the 2 for $2. I have Mikal Bridges for $2, and then I have Dwight Powell at the 5. But I have Luka as my point guard. I have Tim Hardaway to bomb from outside. I have Mikal Bridges to be that perfect 3 and D wing.
Yeah.
I have Giannis to just absolutely destroy, which is what Giannis does, and then Dwight Powell to fart around and do whatever the hell he wants.
I think having Bridges there is huge.
I think so, too.
I think having him there is huge.
Yeah.
I like that. I mean, obviously, Dwight not optimal, but
Hey,
you gotta
we're
just
gonna
gotta
have a
get.
bench.
Okay,
we'll
not
have,
gonna
we'll have
matter.
someone off the bench we can put in.
Even though my lineup's fucked, obviously. My favorite though, out of those values, I feel like you almost got to take him as Chris Middleton at $3.
Oh, absolutely.
He's
a $4
three-
player.
He's
a
the
$4
perfect
player.
3 and D. He's four. Yeah, you're getting a $3 player, or you're getting a $4 player for $3. But I love him there. And then I think Dwight Powell. I just can never take Dwight.
Hey, you're gonna have some son of a bench, so you just go small, put Giannis at 5.
All right, I just went straight 5-4-3-2-1 here. I went Luke at the point for 5, Jaylen Brown shooting guard for 4, Middleton for 3, Nurkic for 2, and then PJ Tucker for 1. That's a lot of defense between Jaylen, Middleton, and Tucker, and then
A lot of offense though.
good offense. I think because
I think
Middleton,
Nurkic is underrated too.
I think he is too.
He's a beast on offense.
Yeah.
He's
And-
not gonna provide much defense, but that guy can fucking
yeah,
score.
and he
and
can rebound.
yeah,
And like
and-
that, PJ, is going to give you solid defense. He's going to hit
Corner
some corner
three,
threes.
yeah,
baby.
corner threes, baby.
You see, Colin Cowherd wants to take away the corner 3.
What?
What the hell was that?
I didn't hear about
He released
that.
a video
segment.
today of his proposed new NBA
Oh,
rules,
God.
and he has a court. That's
This
fucking-
is the herd.
It cuts
Where's my
off.
pen? Hold
It
on.
cuts
No,
off.
Brophy, this is what it looks like. It's literally this.
It's a box.
Yeah, I sent it to you earlier.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's that. That's what it looks like.
And his point was because he doesn't like
What a
big men
faggot.
shooting the threes.
He
from the
basically
corner.
wants it to be like 80s basketball again.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, bro, like these big men have to work 5 times more as hard to hit a 3. If they're gonna hit a corner 3, let him hit a fucking corner 3. Play some goddamn
I
defense.
get his reasoning because he's like, there's so many blowouts. It's
I
all
think
just
he's
3-point
I
variants.
think he's just
so
trying
I
to get
do
fucking
get it.
clickbait.
Well, he is obviously. When you literally say let's get rid of like half the 3-point line, people are gonna be like, what the hell? So obviously that plays a factor. I think he did make a decent argument about why. Obviously, I think
Yes.
it's still stupid, but he made a decent argument.
I mean, the issue with blowouts this postseason is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I got one more lineup on this that I want to tell y'all.
All right.
Because I don't think anyone would really like this. Wouldn't be anyone's first thought. I want to hear what y'all think. Jamal Murray at the 3 for
Okay.
$3.
Okay.
Kevin Porter for $1. Jay Crowder for $1. Giannis for $5. Jokic for $5. I have Giannis and Jokic at my front court. I have the best defender, the best arguably offensive player. Basically, I'm dropping Giannis on the Nuggets. I drop Giannis
Yeah.
on the Nuggets, and I have Kevin Porter as my 4th option. who I think on that
Kevin
team.
Porter's not horrible.
And
either.
like he shoots inefficiently for Houston, but I think
It's
as
for
your
Houston.
forced option,
He's gonna get some
with
open looks, he's
Giannis
gonna hit
and
some
Jokic,
shots,
like
yeah.
he's gonna have like he's gonna be like Poole on the Warriors,
Yeah.
and then you have Jay Crowder at defense.
Yeah.
I don't think that's horrible.
You can never go wrong with Jay
think
Crowder.
obviously. I mean, yeah, I'd rather have Jokic than Embiid on that team. You need someone to distribute.
Right.
I have the playmaker there. But yeah, no, that's not bad.
I don't mind that.
That's not bad. It's a hell of a fucking front court. My God.
Jokic and Giannis, it's literally dropping Giannis on the Nuggets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the Nuggets without anyone this year, were
That
still
would
the
just be
6th
such
seed.
an interesting pair of
Right?
big men. Like, just
I don't know how it would work,
because it's not like
but
his-
it's cool. Like it could.
That would be
Like,
exciting to
It,
see,
it
though.
could be the most dominant team, but you just no. There's not been a team like that since
No.
like
Yeah.
Duncan and David Robinson.
And even then, like this is a completely different style of big man too.
Right.
I mean, that's interesting. That is very interesting.
All right. Well, hey, last but not least, this is a funny segment for y'all. We got our NBA analyst starting 5 plus a 6-man.
Oh, I've been waiting for this one.
So,
This one's gonna be
Interesting
fun.
take here. So my lineup I got here, and I'll tell why I did this.
Should we
lineup.
go like everyone does their point guard, everyone does their shooting
No,
guard,
no,
the other
no.
way, just everyone lists their lineup?
So
Yeah,
point
everyone's
guard,
fine.
I got Colin Cowherd, and here's why. You know, like for the fucking get over to the corner 3, Hurd, you hear all his fucking analogies and his takes. He's gonna pull some shit way out of his ass. I think as a point guard, he's gonna find a way to facilitate. He's gonna read the defense. That guy can work any fucking angle.
I think
That guy
Coward's
really
gonna take
can.
way too many shots. He's too full of himself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you see
yeah,
Coward
yeah.
like a Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
He's too
Absolutely.
He's too ISO.
He might get a
I
little
don't
too
think he can share the
starstruck.
ball.
Whenever he's at Staples Center, he might get a little too starstruck. But I think if he humbled his role, he'd be a great point guard. Shooting guard, pretty much JJ Redick. I mean, kind of boring, but obviously one of the greatest shooters ever. Just throw him in there. Small forward, Chuck Barkley. Okay, and you're gonna know why I didn't put him at power forward. Chuck at 3. We get some size in there. Okay, power forward, Shannon Sharp.
Oh, Shea?
Big old Shea.
Big old Shea.
Big old Shea, big motherfucker. He's gonna bang bodies down low. He's gonna be a dirt dog. He's gonna be your Dennis Rodman. And at my 5, we're running a small ball 5 that's gonna facilitate and be a fucking mini baby Joker, Brian Windhorst.
Oh, fucking windy.
Okay, that guy. He's not gonna be dominant in the paint, right? But he's gonna bang bodies down low. He's gonna get you a few boards, all right? He's gonna dish it out. Intelligent. He's an intelligent guy. 6-man, Skip Bayless. The guy is a fucking wild card. You never know, but you need that spark off the bench. I'm going Skip as my 6th.
Skip like Jordan Clarkson.
And
just come
honestly-
off the bench flamethrower.
And I
don't think Skip would take a bench role though.
he
No,
might-
that's a
he
problem.
But
Skip's
same
a
thing with the
star.
Herd though. If you could humble him to a 6-man role,
ain't no
That's a lot of
humbling.
ego.
no, you probably can't.
Skip
I-
and
I
Skip
think
and
you guys have
Coward in the
any
same
egos.
club. That's good.
If-
They're gonna.
if-
That's a lot.
yeah.
I don't know how the team chemistry is
I
going
don't
to be
like
with these
that.
guys, but that's my upside lineup, and fuck it. That's what I came up with. Kind of came up with quick, but yeah, what are y'all's?
All right, bro. You want to go?
Yeah. All right. I got Greeny.
my team.
I got Greeny at the point.
Oh, you bastard!
Oh yeah, I
You
think.
bastard.
Oh yeah,
Damn it.
I think he's a willing
He's
passer.
a perfect floor general.
I know. I've seen him at the desk. He dishes
Give me-
out questions
give
left
me
and
a high
right.
five.
Fucking give me Greeny at the point. I
Bastard.
like that. And then I'm taking Stephen A at the 2.
Bass, fuck you.
God
Damn,
Y'all
yo.
the same fucking lineup.
I don't know.
I got
Regardless.
Stephen A at the 2. I think he
You
could
cheating
definitely.
off him?
I think I could see him, shot creator. I know that he's gonna take the ball off the dribble. He's gonna take shots. That's what I want on my 2 guard. My 3 guard, I'm taking Timmy Legler. I think he's gonna be an extension of the coach on the floor. I like legs. He's still got a strap on him. I know it. I know he's at YMCA. I know he's shooting.
I like that.
Legs can't go a day without shooting the ball. I know that.
You know that.
And then at my 4, I'm going Barkley. I mean, give me Chuck. And then at my 5, I'm going Big KP. I want that big body down there. No one's fucking
Wayne
going.
Horse would wreck him in the paint.
Well, my 6th man.
Unpopular opinion.
My 6th man at 5'9", give me Windy. I think he's gonna come off the bench. He's really gonna. I mean, don't
He's
get
a
me wrong.
starter guy.
He's a big man. He's a large human.
He's got some tits on him.
Pause. CD. That's up for debate. But
That's a whole other podcast.
but I think he might give you a little spark off the bench. I know he's able to box out. Given need be, he's gonna be that dirt dog down low. Give me Windy off the
He'll
bench.
clean it. He'll do your dirty laundry for you.
You had your backcourt perfect. Your backcourt was great. It all went to shit after that.
Oh,
Greeny.
legs at the 3. You kidding me?
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Who-
I
6'4",
like
6'4".
Chuck. I like Chuck at
Who
the 4.
you got
I
at
like
your
Chuck at the
forwards?
4. Well,
He
I got Greeny
No,
at the
we
1.
need it now.
You'll get it. Don't worry, sweetie. Don't worry. Greeny at the 1. The perfect host. Perfect floor general. Runs the show. He can take over for a 2-minute segment if he needs to.
Yeah.
But he can pass it off. He can lob it up to whoever's on his team. He can hit the open guy. Perfect host. Perfect point guard. Runs the show. Stephen A. Smith, shooting guard. Absolute assassin. The best in the game. No matter what you think of him, he can take over an entire game. No matter who's sitting across from him, no matter who's defending him, at the booth or on the court, he's going at you no matter who you are. If you're Magic Johnson, Max Kellerman, or Skip Bayless, he's coming for you.
Love it.
Small forward, J.J. Redick. The perfect contrast to Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A's fluctuating. He's going high, he's going low. He's shooting shots all over the place. J.J. Redick at small forward, consistent.
Give me legs.
Accurate.
Give me legs every other fucking week.
Always on his spot. Over J.J.? JJ's awesome.
I have to agree with Kyle. Give me legs.
Give me legs.
Whatever. JJ Redick's
extension
perfect.
of the coach
He's
on the floor.
Always on.
Buzzsaw, I think you're beat on this one.
JJ Redick is always on. Every time. He does not miss.
His legs ever been off? Not that I can recall.
Legs ain't bad. I'll give you legs. That's a good one. I didn't think of legs. I'm taking JJ at the 3. Windy at the 4. Brian Windhorst at the 4.
Windy made all 3.
I'm glad we all got Windy in there.
Windhorst?
I'm glad we all got
is
Windy.
like the Swiss Army knife. He can do everything. He can pass. He can rebound. He can do everything on a set or a show that you need him to do. You need him to be stat guy. You need him to go on a 2-minute rant. He can do everything. Him at the 4, Barkley at the 5. No matter who's going off, no matter if someone's playing crappy, Barkley can clean it up with a little goofy joke or something he just comes up with. Let's say Stephen A's bricking threes. His takes are off. Barkley will clean it up. Barkley will just make some dumb jokes.
So was
put the
Shaq
ball
too
back
obvious
in the
to pick at the
basket.
5, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm also thinking we're playing at the YMCA. These guys are actually we're playing ball here. That's what I'm thinking.
No. We're playing a TV show. I need this is our cast of our TV show. Come on.
I took it a totally different way.
Yeah, I did too. I was going NBA.
We're in the court. We're in the court YMCA pickup game here.
Well, then give me Jalen Rose, Shaq, JJ Redick.
Well, I was trying to avoid NBA players as much as possible.
No, Barkley cleans up sloppy play. He'll get the board. He'll put it up for
Who's coming off the bench?
Who's
the first man off?
Who's your spark?
Nick Wright.
Oh, I like that.
He can give me. He can give me a 5-7 minute take off the bench when Stephen A is cold. If you come in, he'll roll for 7 minutes. All right, Stephen A, get back in there. Redick, get back in there. We're good to go.
Yeah. No, I had
That's the team.
Before, so because
I
pretty much just had like an all ESPN lineup at first, but like without
I had that too
excluding NBA players. So my original lineup was still Greeny, Stephen A.
That's your.
I'm my bad. It was Greeny, then Legler at the 2, and then I had SVP at the 3. You know SVP 6'6". See a lanky defender out there. You kidding me?
What about legs?
But legs the 2. Oh,
okay. SVP is a one-man show.
No,
he's a one-man show.
I was excluding, and then I'm just gonna finish. and then I had I had Chris Boomer Berman. At the 4.
Oh
at the 4.
We get to football season.
I know. I was really,
how about them Cowboys?
I asked a Berman 6'5", big body down there, and then Jay Billis is fucking 6'8". I was gonna throw him at the center. I was gonna throw him at the 5. I was like, come on, he'd definitely be a good rim runner. I know that.
You'd rather listen to Tim Legler over JJ Redick?
No, we're talking basketball.
We're playing a game. We're playing a game here.
We're not talking who can talk the
I don't
talk
give a
off the
fuck
walk.
about their talk.
We're talking who's going to bang
talk
bodies
the talk.
down low.
You can talk.
Who's going to
That's
get to
the whole
21
point. These
first.
guys aren't basketball
And that's
players.
why Brian Windhorst at the 5 is going to be your centerpiece.
I like
that you
him.
build
I got
on.
Wendy in my front court too. I like that.
All right,
Wendy's in my front
You
court.
got Wendy come off the bench.
You got Wendy come off the bench.
his-
Hey,
his-
Skip,
his-
I don't think he can be a spark plug.
Skip's going to go to his house. He's going to snort some pre-workout.
Skip
Maybe
Bayless.
inject himself with some ketamine, and he's going to fucking wild out.
That's
Skip!
that's
Come
like-
on, Skip!
that's
Come
like
on, Skip.
putting Russell Westbrook on
Done.
the bench.
Skip.
Done.
That's like putting Westbrook on the bench. Even though he might belong there, he's gonna lose his mind being.
Well,
on the
that's
bench.
why-
I just think him and
that's why
Cowherd
you-
don't mesh.
that's
They
why-
don't mesh.
Well,
I
that's
just
why
think
you got one on the bench, you got one line. You get a good coach in there that knows how to
But if Skip
facilitate.
Bayless comes in and
knows how to
point guard,
get the
he's
team chemistry
jacking
right.
3-pointers.
I think Cowherd's gonna get jealous. You got an
It's-
earthquake forming in that locker room. I don't like
You
that.
know,
Yeah,
it's whether if you got a coach that knows how to play with fire, this team's winning it all.
You need a good coach for that team.
Yeah, if you need a
hell of
coach
a
that
coach.
can
Hey,
really,
we're gonna hire a good one, okay?
You need a hell of a
Very good.
coach for that team.
All right,
without
well,
doubt.
that wrap it up there, boys.
I think so.
That'll do it.
All right.
Good pod.
Good shit.
Good pod.
Good pod.
Good work.
All right. Well, that wraps up episode 2 of Punch the Air podcast. If y'all could do us a favor and punch that subscribe button. That'd be
Yeah, I like
right.
it.
Yeah, I pulled
Yeah,
that
I
one. I
like
pulled that one deep out of my ass. Yeah, but thanks, guys. Tune in next week.
Go Airheads. Go Mavs.
Go Airheads.
Go Mavs.
Bye.
Let's.
Good job,
Hey,
boys.
good job, man. Good job, bro.
Yeah!